So what we're going to do now is I'm going to guide us through a version of the Peace in School's body scan. And if you haven't done a body scan before, it's a particular mindfulness exercise where we scan with our attention through our physical form. And there's a couple of reasons this is really great to do. One is, for some folks, we just kind of live in the head with our attention. We tend to be thinking a lot or just occupying our headspace with the attention. So dropping the attention into the body can be almost like a compassionate and caring thing to do for the body. It's also just a great way, like we did that mini check-in with the body. As we scan through the body, you can get a little more intimate with like, what's actually going on here? Was there tension? Is there pain? And our intention for this is not actually to be like forcing any change. If you have tight shoulders, we're not going to be trying to force the shoulders to release. Instead, we're going to be kind of like offering loving attention to those areas of our body. Then they might naturally release tension, or they might not, and then our mindfulness practice can be just being with that pain or tension. So yeah, there's no right or wrong experience to have with this. Some folks find it rejuvenating in some way. For other folks, it's just uncomfortable, and it's all fine, and you get to just be with the experience. You don't have to be able to physically feel every part of your body in order to make this work. So don't worry if I say a prompt and it doesn't really work for you. And also, it's just really important for you to be completely in choice about this. So if you are going through this and are uncomfortable for some reason, just know that you can actually kind of like take a little break and turn your attention to your breath, or open your eyes and look around your space. Maybe you can find something beautiful in the room to look at, and then come back to the practice in a moment or not. Great. And again, if we'll do this for about 15 minutes, and then we'll do a little check-in at the end. You can also find another position for this. Some folks enjoy laying down for the body scan. It's also morning, at least on the West Coast. So you can just decide, do I actually want to be upright and be a little bit more wakeful with this exercise, or do you want to lay down? It's up to you. And yeah, if there are any questions, you can put them in the chat box. Otherwise, let's find the position that's going to work, and we'll get started. So we'll start with a couple of deep breaths. Consciously filling up the lungs and then emptying the lungs. If you have a busy or active mind today, just letting your mind know that you can pick up all those to-do lists, problems, thoughts, questions in about 25 minutes. But for now, you're just going to set them down, set them aside. We'll start this practice by bringing our attention to our feet, starting at the bottoms of the feet. And you'll just notice any sensation at the bottom of the feet. Any tingling, any temperature. Noticing the sides, the top of the feet. Noticing the bones, the muscles, the tendons, the intricacies of the feet. And then bringing your attention up to the ankles and your lower legs. You're, you're just scanning through this area with this non-judgmental, curious mindfulness. Can you feel clothing or the floor or the air on the legs? And moving up to the knees. Noticing the sensations at the knees. You might even have some gratitude for all the ways that the knees serve us as we go through our day, all the ways that they help us move. Moving the attention to the upper legs. Continuing to breathe as well, not forgetting to breathe as we investigate the upper legs with our attention. Then moving up to the pelvic bowl area, the base of the spine, the lower abdomen. Noticing the skeletal structure here, all the organs in this area. Feeling like the weight of our insides here. Moving the attention now to the stomach. Maybe giving a little extra loving attention to the stomach and how it digests food to give us energy, the intestines. All the other organs down here, just almost just giving gratitude for a moment. So all the organs in the abdomen. Moving the attention to the lungs. Again, noticing the sensation of your breath. Our lungs taking oxygen from the air and sending it throughout our body, through our blood. Can you see what it's like to breathe right now with all the cells in your body? Inhale with every cell in the body. Appreciating the connectivity with the blood through the lungs. Moving the attention to your heart now. Seeing if you can feel your pulse. And if you can't find it, that's fine. Just having an awareness of the diligence and regularity of our heart energizing the body. And then bringing your attention to your spine now. We're going to go up the back side of the body, just starting down at the base of the spine, down by the tailbone. We'll gently move the attention slowly up the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Inviting the spine to be relaxed, open, maybe even spacious, feeling spaciousness between the vertebrae. Moving up to the middle of the spine. Up to the upper back. Giving your attention now to the shoulders. Just Again, noticing this non-judgment. What sensations are here in the shoulders? If there's pressure or discomfort or tension, see if you can investigate that. What, what does tension even really feel like? Is it like a heat? Is it a pulling or a pushing? I'm really curious about the actual physical sensations, less about the story of like, why are my shoulders always tense? We're not going into that right now. Instead, just staying with the physical sensations in this moment. And very gently, you can invite the shoulders to relax. It's not a forcing, there's no requirement. You're totally fine if they don't relax. Just inviting a little release here. Bring the attention now into the throat area, the neck, up into the jaw, inviting the jaw to be relaxed. And then scanning the attention up the face. Noticing your mouth and your cheeks, nose, eyes. Just kind of touching on the different elements of the face with your loving, kind attention. The ears, and moving your attention to the space inside your head, the brain. And taking a moment to breathe here, and on each of your exhales, just inviting the brain to relax. But even think of on each exhale, the tension in the brain is just kind of draining out down the body into the earth. And so we've moved our attention through the whole physical form now. And now that we've done that, so releasing the attention from the head or the brain. And coming back to simply breathing here and just resting. If you choose, you could continue that practice of on each exhale, you're just inviting the body to release a little bit more. resting in the stillness here. Resting as the awareness that's here. Simply being. And then we'll just slowly begin to introduce some movement into the body. Could wiggle the fingers or the toes. Start to move the shoulders or arms. And as we come out of this meditation, see if you can still be in that space of just being, the space of awareness. Slowly coming out of it. As you're ready, opening the eyes. You don't have to stare at the computer right away. You can take in your space. Sometimes after a body scan, it can be nice to do a little kind of movement practice, tapping the body or stretching. So as we close the session in a couple minutes or in about a minute, just know that that's an invitation before you go on to your next thing. If you have a couple minutes to do some stretching or moving in the body, and also to just be kind of gentle. If you have the choice, maybe don't rush into your next activity right away. All right, y'all. So thanks for that practice. All right, y'all. Thanks for practicing today. Have a great rest of your day.